In question 4A, part 1 of the exam, the question is simply asking you to define thinking distance. So this is basically just the distance the vehicle travels during the driver's reaction time. In question 4A, part 2, the exam asks you to state 2 factors that affect thinking distance. So with this, you just think of the generic answers such as tiredness, drinking, drugs, speed, and age. In question 4B, part 1, the exam asks you to calculate the kinetic energy. This is relatively simple. All you need to do is use the equation EK is equal to half times mass times velocity squared from the P2 equation sheet. You simply get a mark for writing down this equation and can get the second mark by getting an answer of 320,000 joules. In question 4B part 2, the exam board is clearly trying to trip you up. You can be tempted to overcomplicate this question by using the formula work done is equal to force times distance. However, you can just simply write 320,000 joules from part 1 because that is the work done. In question 4B part 3, you need to do a bit more maths. You need to take the equation work done is equal to force times distance from the P2 equation sheet and rearrange to find D is equal to work done over force. You can then sub in your numbers from part 2 and part 1, so that's 320,000 joules and 8,000 newtons from part 3, and you just do 320,000 joules over 8,000 newtons, which will give you an answer of 40 meters. In question 4B part 4, the exam asks you to state 1 factor that can affect braking distance. This can include many generic factors including icy wet roads, worn tyres, road surface, or efficiency of the brakes. In question 4B part 5, the question asks you to state 2 reasons why an application of brakes causes an increase in temperature. There are 2 statements you need to make in order to get the full marks. One of these is that work is done by friction between the brakes and the wheel, and the second is that there is a decrease in kinetic energy and an increase in thermal energy, therefore causing an increase in temperature. In question 4 part C, you are asked to state and explain the benefits of fitting a car with a regenerative braking system. This system is similar to the ERS and MGUK systems in Formula 1, which allows you to store energy lost under braking. The benefits of this are that the battery needs less recharging, it increases the range of a car, the efficiency of the car is increased, and less kinetic energy is lost. Thank you for listening to Danny Bond and Lord & Jai's guide on how to answer question 4 of June 2013's GCSE Higher Physics paper.